What simple life hack should everyone know? Google it first. Get into a routine of stretching your hip flexors and chest if you sit for long periods. Absolute game changer for people who suffer with chronic lower back pain as a result of being hunched over a desk. 5 minutes of daily exercise is infinitely better than 0 minutes and will make a big difference. No matter how good a person you are, at some point you will be the bad guy in someone else's story. You can't please everyone, and you shouldn't try to. Be a good person and have friendships with people you can respect and look up to. Edit. Holy guacamole Batman. Thank you for the golden awards, kind intraweb strangers. If you have trouble choosing, flip a coin. While you're waiting to get the result, your mind automatically starts to wish for what it wants. Then you can choose easily. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Edit. You've taken my advice. Take my criticism. Reddit awards are dumb. You should support a local brewery instead. In a lot of daunting situation, for example asking someone out or standing up for yourself, you only need to be brave for a few seconds to get it over with. If there's a jar or container you can't open, run the lid under hot water for 30 seconds. Dry it so you can get a good grip, then open. Never had this not work. Some pretty good stuff on here. Most of life is just showing up to things. Most of the time keeping your mouth shut is a great option. If you put something down temporarily, say out loud I've put the screwdriver by the microwave, or whatever. This engages many more areas of the brain, particularly the language centers, which creates a richer memory making it less likely you'll forget where you put it. Brush your teeth more thoroughly before bed, after you are done eating and drinking for the day. Morning brushing is important too, but more so for fresh breath, while evening cleaning will prevent bacteria from breeding and damaging your teeth and gums. If you want to wear something white light in color, wear underwear that matches the color of your skin, not white. Train yourself to always keep an eye out for things that need to go in the direction you are going. If you are about to go downstairs, does any item nearby need to go with you? Perhaps a cup can be brought to the sink on your way to the bathroom. Sometimes changing your pillowcase daily can help with acne. I use a clean t-shirt over my pillow to accomplish the same effect. Honey does not go bad. If it has gone solid it has just crystallized and can become liquid again with just a little heat. If you ever fall off a ship/ferry at sea and were lucky enough to be spotted, don't try to swim your way to safety. The more you try to swim, the lesser the chances of survival. Just try to keep afloat and conserve energy and body heat while rescue team do what they are supposed to. Unless you are in hypothermic waters, the best bet always is to stay afloat without trying to swim to somewhere. This information about falling overboard, hypothermia and conditions, survival at sea etc. are based on my own experience of 12 years sailing on merchant ships like this. PS. Link will take you to a time-lapse video I made when crossing/sailing under the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, USA. This kind of ship is called a container ship. Turn your bed mattress when you renew your blanket. Through time your mattress will deform, and that can make you sleep worse. Edit. Some mattresses have a specific side and top that they need to be. Thanks for pointing that out you/shaved ape. If you have a spare minute, or are just playing video games, or on a computer at home, take a few minutes to just pet your dog cat and really appreciate them. A phrase I heard somewhere just really stuck with me. Pets are only a part of your life, but you are your pet's entire life. Not necessarily a hack per se, but learn some basic knife skills. The amount of time you will save chopping vegetables a few times a week, minimum, for the rest of your life far outweighs the amount of time it takes to learn. Plus you can use the extra time to keep the kitchen clean, and that makes everything less stressful while you're cooking, and makes the cleanup faster as well. To confirm which circuit breaker is associated to an outlet, plug in an old radio and turn the volume up before you flip the circuit breaker. Whenever you have a time to be somewhere, aim to be there 15 minutes early to allow for time snags or for traffic. People respect punctuality. If you bring something to someone's house that you don't want to forget, put your keys with it, assuming you can trust the people there. Also, get a Tile or similar Bluetooth device so you never lose your keys or phone again. Read the 3 and 4 star reviews for the most reliable information on Amazon items. Manners and general politeness will get you far and become the norm with but a small amount of practice. I'm not talking overboard laddie, but a simple please and thank you with a genuine smile. You will often have to make decisions in life without being able to know all the information related to the choices. Being able to identify what you don't know is invaluable. It allows you to make assumptions and contingency plans if those assumptions fail. I want to slap every person that quips, if you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. You cannot function in life without making assumptions. The trick is to identify them as such, so that you can be better prepared when they are resolved. Hanging picture frames. Put painter's tape from edge to edge on the top side of the frame. Trace where the hangers are. Peel the tape off, then stick it to the wall where you want your frame hung. Tap your nails into the pre-marked spots, then remove the tape and hang your frame. When moving house, always set up your bedroom/make the bed first so when you're exhausted and just had enough you can fall into bed. Nothing worse than being exhausted and having to make the bed before getting into it. Edit. Good grief, that blew up. Thank you for the awards. Edit 2. To all the grammar narcissists, I apologize profusely for using your instead of ya. I don't always proofread as well as I should, but please, get a grip. It's a typo, not axe murder. Never talk to cops in case of any serious legal trouble. Always ask for a lawyer. Surprised how many people don't really know this. If you fucked up, admit it, unless you are talking to cops. But in most situations just admitting how you were wrong and accepting responsibility is so much easier than trying to blame someone or something else or make up an excuse. When you own the mistake, it puts the onus back on the other person to accept that, be mature and move on. If you try and deny or shift blame, it forces that person to examine those reasons, and if they are BS, come back at you, dragging the process out and leading to unpleasant call-outs and confrontations. Regularly change the oil in your car. On time. Do it. Will help it last longer. Edit. What in the fuck? So that's what happens when your inbox blows up. Thanks for the award too, my first. Tell the people you love that you love them more often. If you're having trouble getting your baking paper to fit your tray, scrunch it up first and then unfurl it. It stays in the pan easier and fits like a dream. Turn natural peanut butter, the ones where the oil separates and you have to mix it, upside down for a few hours. It will bring the oil to the top and make it a lot easier to mix. Then, after you mix it, put it in the fridge and the cold will solidify the oil, so you don't have to mix it again. Edit. To a few points, natural peanut butter doesn't solidify to a point that it's hard to spread when cold, so that's not something you have to worry about when storing it in the fridge. To the person who said just buy emulsified, I mean sure, but Adam's peanut butter is best peanut butter. And I know someone was going to call out my alert, haha. Whenever somebody you know mentions something that they like/need or favorite things, keep a note of it on your phone. Eventually you'll have a list for all your friends and family that you can dip into whenever you need to get them a gift. The easiest way to remove bloodstains is to use bar soap and hand wash it. Works better than using laundry detergent. If you want someone to get more mad, you tell them to calm down. When you're cooking and the recipe calls for onions and garlic, don't put the garlic into the pan until the onion is nearly translucent. Garlic cooks way faster than onions do. If you throw them in at the same time, it won't taste as good / the garlic will burn. It literally takes 30 seconds for minced garlic to cook. Also, if you're a home cook, sharpen your knives often. Thought of a few more tips. Asterisk love chives and parsley in your eggs/omelette/anything else, but hate the hassle of cutting them/using the herbs before it turns Get dried chives and dried parsley instead. It rehydrates quickly in sauces/eggs and tastes the same. It's also way cheaper. This tip can apply to a lot of herbs. While fresher is always better, dried is often still delicious, while still being in a student-wide budget. Asterisk, add a bit of vinegar to your beans. If you're making anything benign, a lot of home cooks think that vinegar is gross, and it is by itself, but a dash of vinegar can really make beans, sauces and marinades pop. If you're planning on spending a decent amount of time drinking at a busy bar, always make sure you give the bartender a really good tip on your first order, and ask them how they're doing before you order. Chances are you won't have to wait very long on your next couple of orders. If you need help, ask for help. It's a strength, not a weakness.